About Freddie Kitchensi. I was trying to think of the last time the Browns had a general manager-coach combination who seemed to be set up to work together as well as GM John Dorsey and coach Freddie Kitchens. A quick trip through recent history. 1. Sashi Brown and coach Hugh Jackson came in together, but Jackson never bought into the analytics and radical rebuilding approach that front office. 2016-17. 2. In 2018, I think Dorsey simply took the players he wanted. Jackson had a 1-31 record and little say in the draft. And he was fired at mid-season. 3. General manager Ray Farmer and coach Mike Pettini, 2014-15, barely knew each other when they were put together by owner Jimmy Haslam. That led to the 2014 Justin Gilbert-Johnny Manziel draft disaster. At least Farmer found Joe Bitonio in the second round. 4. CEO Joe Banner hired Rob Chudzinski, 2013, but they worked together for only one draft before Banner was fired. As I wrote in Browns Blues, Banner wanted to hire Doug Marrone as coach. Chudzinski was a fallback, compromise coach after Marrone turned them down. 5. The front office of Mike Holmgren and Tom Heckard hired Pat Shurmur, 2011-12, as coach, but that combination didn't click. The 2012 draft was awful at top with Trent Richardson and Brandon Weeden in the first round. They took offensive lineman Mitchell Schwartz in the second round. Haslam gave Dorsey the freedom to hire his own coach, and Kitchens was the first choice of Dorsey. The Browns actually have an orderly process. Kitchens reports to Dorsey, and Dorsey to Haslam. In the Pettini and Jackson years, the coach and GM were on the same level, both directly reporting to Haslam. That setup can lead to division, as happened several times between the front office and coaching staff. Dorsey and Kitchens are in it together. Dorsey's early success as a general manager along with the success of Kitchens calling plays should earn both men some patience from ownership. The Browns' early schedule is demanding. They open at home against Tennessee, which was 9-7 last season. Next up, the Jets on Monday night. The Browns are the better team. But then they host the Rams, who lost in the Super Bowl. The Browns' fourth game is at Baltimore, the defending AFC North champion. There are legitimate reasons for optimism about the Browns. And there are real reasons to be prepared for a rocky start with an almost entirely new coaching staff combined with a tough early schedule. But the Browns seem better prepared for that with the Dorsey-Kitchens combination. These guys seem to really know they are in this thing together, something that has often not been the case with Browns GMs and coaches. Cleveland.com. Cleveland Browns new receiver Odell Beckham Jr. has not been at the Browns OTAs this season. Photo by John Kuntz. Cleveland.com about Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham came to Berea for his introductory press conference when voluntary workouts opened April 1st. He didn't stick around after that. The Browns were aware Beckham had a vacation planned for early April. As Dorsey said, the CBA collective bargaining agreement created this where it's a voluntary situation, so Beckham had the option of skipping it. So did Duke Johnson, who requested the Browns trade him. He's not been in Berea, where I stand is. Anytime that you have a first-year coaching staff and you are installing new offenses and new defenses, it is good to be here, said Dorsey. That's pretty obvious. But Dorsey doesn't want to turn this into a big issue. Beckham was known for skipping voluntary workouts during his time with the Giants, and that didn't seem to impact his performance. I think he is an experienced enough player. Understands what he has to do to put himself in the best position and put this team in the best position, said Dorsey. That is how I look at this. I look at it a bit differently. He's new to the team. Kitchens is a rookie head coach. New offensive coordinator Todd Monken came from Tampa. The Browns are facing a tough, early season, primetime schedule. Is it a big deal that Beckham is absent? No. But if Beckham had been around for at least some of the OTAs, it would have made an excellent first impression and helped the coaches. About the draft. 1. I have no clue what the Dorsey front office has planned for the draft, and that's probably true of everyone in the media. Given Dorsey's history of draft surprises, who knows? Think back to 2018 when his first picks were Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward. Anyone see that combination coming to Cleveland, too? In 2017, Dorsey shocked the league by trading up to No. 10 to take Patrick Mahomes. That was when the Chiefs already had veteran Alex Smith at quarterback. Dorsey gushed about Mississippi State defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons, a phenomenal player. Simmons had ACL surgery in January and is likely out for the season. Do the Browns pick him and wait a year? 3. Dorsey sounded as if he'd pick Simmons when the Browns finally draft No. 49, but I go back to, who knows? Dorsey also praised Ohio State and St. Ignatius product Draymond Jones, a defensive lineman who was an academic All-Big Ten selection, 3.45 GPA. His is a sociology major who interned with the Drug Enforcement Administration. In the ESPN mock draft, Todd McShay and Mel Kiper took turns picking players in the first 3 rounds. McShay gave the Browns Michigan cornerback Chris Long with the No. 49 pick. I could see that. Dorsey believes you can never have enough talented cornerbacks. 5. McShay wrote this of Long, a physical press corner. Long gives the Browns depth behind Denzel Ward and Terrence Mitchell. 6. In 3rd round, Kiper gave the Browns Kari Willis, a safety from Michigan State. Do they take a cornerback and a strong safety with their first 2 picks? I doubt it. Anyway, Kiper wrote, the Browns are good. It's a strange sight after years of inept football. Willis could compete for time at strong safety and wreak havoc on special teams. 7. The Browns traded Emmanuel Ogbah to Kansas City for Eric Murray, who has played safety and covered slot receivers. Dorsey considers Murray an excellent special teams player. Not sure if Williams makes sense in the 3rd round. 8. Kiper projects Stanford linebacker Bobby Okereke as a 2nd or 3rd round pick. The Browns desperately need linebackers. Kiper wrote Okereke is an inside backer who could be a 3-down player in the NFL. He has long arms and bats down passes. He's a good tackler. He's smart. He once interned in the office of Condoleezza Rice. 9. When I interviewed Dane Brugler, The Athletic, about possible linebacker draft picks for Browns, he first mentioned Jermaine Pratt, NC State. Here's what Brugler wrote, a former safety, Pratt, who finished number 1 in the ACC with 9.5 tackles per game in 2018. He is field fast and quick to key, read and finish from various depths, boasting a strong batting average as a tackler. Although he needs to clean some things up in coverage, he has the functional skill and experience in the secondary to stick with backs and tight ends. Projecting as a starting NFL outside linebacker. 10. I will be talking Browns and other things at the Bay Village Library on May 9th at 7 p.m. It's free. I'll be glad to sign books. You can register here. Let's block ads. Why?